My name is Cheryl Harvey. I'm the Workforce Development Manager with Eastman Chemical Company, and I'm chair of the Tennessee, Virginia Scholars Council in Kingsport, Tennessee. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about what Tennessee, Virginia Scholars is. This is a program that challenges students to take a more rigorous course load in high school in order to prepare themselves for college and the workforce. And we also have some other components of the program which we think really enriches the child's life as well as better prepares them for the workforce and college. Those components include 95% attendance record throughout their high school career. They also have to be free from any suspensions, out-of-school suspensions, have good citizenship, and also they have to serve the community. We have a community service component where these students go out in a variety of ways and serve the community, and this is also counted toward their Tennessee Scholars credits.
Today we're going to have a great speaker for you. Normally Nicole Austin is here. She is in the chamber, but she's not feeling well today, so I am subbing in her place today. I'm going to introduce our speaker to you. His name is Dennis Spurgeon, and Dennis is the general manager of Hertz Rent-A-Car. He's a native of Kingsport, a graduate of Dobbins-Bennett High School and ETSU. He has two sons who are Sullivan Central graduates. Dennis is has been chamber board member, president of the Visitors Bureau, board of directors of United Way. And he is currently, as I said, the general manager of Hertz Rent-A-Car and recently donated $5,000 to the Chamber's educational program. Great? Yes, very much. Appreciate that so much. He does have a passion for the program, and he is challenging other businesses to do the same. His program today is entitled Celebration Pit Stop. Please welcome Dennis Spurgeon.
Thank you very much. Like she said, Nicole's sick today, but when I catch her, I'm really going to get her. Anybody that knows me knows that I wear shorts about 90% of the time. And one of the great things about the getting an education or finding a job you love, certain things you don't like to do, and I don't like to wear a coat and I don't like to wear a tie. But I thought, well, I better today, and I come out here and everybody's in shorts. So Nicole didn't tell me that. I am so pleased to be here to say congratulations to you today. The Tennessee, Virginia Scholars Program, it's got requirements in it for attendance. It's got requirements in it for community involvement. It's got requirements in it for taking the more rigorous courses. And, of course, you've got to maintain some academic standards. All of those are building blocks which you're all going to use for a long, long time. I congratulate you for finishing those requirements, and today is a celebration for what you've done so far. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. But with that said, this is a celebration pit stop. This pit stop is a time to say, look what we've done, look at the building blocks we've done, but it's not over. A high school education is wonderful. A high school education is a building block for the future, and one of the gists of the Tennessee, Virginia Scholars Program is to take students and try to give them the building blocks to go on for the next few years. You have got those, and I hope you use them in the next few years. John Gardner, who was before your time, almost before mine, but he was Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare in the 60s. And he said that education's ultimate goal is to take the student and make it their personal burden to get the rest of their education. That's part of what the Scholars Program is about. We start in the 8th grade trying to let you know that these are the building blocks you're going to need not only for high school, but for the next 2 to 10 years of higher education. And we want you to take these building blocks that you've got, the personal ambition, the work ethic, and use it for the next 2 to 10 years so that you can prepare yourself for the future. Now, one thing that I want to tell you today is one size doesn't fit all in education. I look out there and I see some folks that will probably get PhDs. I see some folks that might go to Harvard. I see some folks that are going to be judges and doctors and astronauts possibly. I see some people pointing at themselves. But I want you to know that it's not one size fits all. There are so many different opportunities for higher learning. In Kingsport themselves, our leaders have did a wonderful job with downtown education. We've got centers for academic excellence down there, that for advanced computer learning. We've got King College downtown now. We've got East Tennessee State, Northeast State. Sullivan County students can go to Northeast State. If you qualified, it's pretty easy to qualify. I'm sure most every one of you here has. And if you maintain if you maintain the average, you're going to be able to go to that first 2 years free if that's what you want to do. The folks here from Southwest Virginia can do the same thing at Mountain Empire College. If you want to go into medical technology, if you want to go into the electronical apprenticeship at Northeast State, there's all kind of opportunities out there. And I hope we have chemical engineers and judges and doctors. But I also hope that out there amongst you is one or two Doris Ladds. Don't know if y'all know Doris Ladd, but she's the executive director of United Way. And she does such a wonderful job in taking the charitable organization and the needs of our community with United Way and distributing that throughout Kingsport. I look out there and I hope I see the next Keith Wilson. Don't know if y'all know Keith, but he's the publisher of our local paper, the Kingsport Times-News. Great publisher, but what a citizen he is. So much of downtown educational opportunities are directly with Keith Wilson. We gave the $5,000 we're giving to the Tennessee Virginia Honors Program in honor of Dr. Locke out at Northeast Tennessee Technical College. A wonderful man. I look out there and I hope I see the next Joyce Cooper. Joyce Cooper was my 5th grade teacher, and there might be somebody up here that she was their teacher. But to this day, and Joyce died a couple of years ago now, there's not a week goes by that I don't think of Joyce Cooper and what an absolute great motivator and teacher she was in the 5th grade. I look out there and I hope I see the next Dave Taylor. Dave Taylor's worked right over the mountain here as a naturalist for the Base Mountain. Wonderful citizen, and what a great man. And boy, if you wanted to learn something about nature around Kingsport, Dave could tell you. Jeff Fleming, I don't know if how many of y'all know Jeff Fleming, but he's the assistant mayor, I guess, in the city of Kingsport, assistant city manager, excuse me. And he works 40 or 50 hours a week, but he works another 15 or 20 celebrating Kingsport. He doesn't get paid for all that. I hope I see the next Larry Eastep. Larry Eastep's a banker in Kingsport. We've had so many bad news about bankers that y'all probably seen over the last a few months especially. But Larry Eastep, if you knew him, you wouldn't think all bankers were bad. He put so much back into this community. And I hope one of you is the next Peggy Spurgeon. Peggy Spurgeon is my wife. She works for Hertz Rent-A-Car as our office manager, and she allows me to give speeches like this because she takes care of the work at the office when I'm not there. She's also a mother that raised 2 wonderful kids and a great grandmother and a great person. What I'm saying is there are so many opportunities to do what you love. Not everybody is going to be a PhD. You can have higher learning for 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years. But it's so important to get that higher learning. It's so important. Some of these jobs pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of them pay $50,000 or $60,000. But money's not the only thing. You've got to be happy with what you do. A great philosopher of mine, a guy named Todd Snyder, that's an Americana singer, has got a song that I want to share just a few little verses with that I think are so important. He says, life's too short to worry, and life's too long to wait. Life's too short not to love what you do, and life's too short to hate. He says, life's not going to be easy, and some people are going to make it hard on you. But I can tell you right now, if you love what you do, they're never going to get you down. It is so important for you to get with your guidance counselors, for you to get with your inner self, for you to get with your academic counselors when you go on to school, and try to piece together what's going to make you happy. Try to piece together what you want to do. It'll make it easier to get through school, too, if you're happy with what you're doing and looking forward to it. But it's so important to be happy. It makes life a lot easier. The next 2 to 10 years is going to determine what you guys do for the next 65 or 70. I looked up today and it said the average lifespan of somebody that was born in 1990 and 90, 91, 92, 89, I figured was most of y'all's. You're probably going to live on average close to 90 years. You're 18 now, so that's 72 years left. If you will work for the next 2 to 10 years, it'll set up the rest 65 or 70 years of your life. And you just don't realize how important that is. You're going to have time. If you do that, you're going to have security in having a better chance at a better paying job. You're going to have security for not losing your job. You're going to have the opportunity for your kids, for you to be able to afford for them to go to college. You're going to be able to have a better opportunity for your family to have health education. And on a selfish note, you're going to be able to buy a boat or a nicer car or be able to go on more vacations or travel. I've got a 4-year-old grandson now, and one of my greatest joys is to be successful enough that I can take him to the beach or I can take him to Disney. I mean, that is so important, and you'll be so proud of yourself when you're able to do that. I mean, it is just an absolute great thing. Now, Aristotle, who lived a long time ago, but he was a pretty smart man. He said the roots of education can be bitter, but the fruits are so sweet. It's hard sometimes when you're going to school. You'll come to some classes that are tough. The roots are going to be bitter. But if you fight through those roots, you're going to be able to have the fruit for the next 70 years. And there's going to be some things happen to folks up here. One of you might be in an automobile accident. There might be some unplanned pregnancies for somebody up here. Well, what I'm saying is you cannot let that stop you. If you get sick, well, sooner or later you're going to get better. You got to go again. If you do have an unplanned pregnancy, you've got to take care of your child. But taking care of your child means getting an education too. You can't just stop and say, well, I can't do that anymore. You might have to work harder. It might take you 6 years, or it might take you 8 years, but there's no excuse not to do it. No excuse not to do it. Congratulations again on being at the pit stop celebration. For celebrating everything that you've done up to now. And we're proud of you. You're some of our best and our brightest. The only thing I'm telling you, it's just a pit stop. It's just halftime. You've still got the race to win by getting the higher education. One other thing that Hertz wants to do, I'm combining 2 of my loves into one here. If any of you are interested in trying to win a $500 academic scholarship, we're doing a thing with the Kingsport Convention and Visitors Bureau with a new program called Bring It to Kingsport. And you can find out about it on the web. You're welcome to call me at home. The web address, by the way, will be the chamber website, the Bring It to Kingsport page. Nicole will be distributing to guidance counselors some stuff about this program, and in 500 words or less, we want you to write an essay, any of you that are interested, on what Bring It to Kingsport means, especially the it. And anybody that's interested in that, there'll be a $500 academic scholarship. I hope some of you take the opportunity to do it, because not only is it important for that scholarship, it's important to the community to realize what we're talking about. And I know that the young minds here can explain it very, very well. In closing, I want to tell you, congratulations. I want to tell you that the building blocks, the work ethic, the personal ambition that y'all have shown over the last 3 or 4 years are going to give you such an advantage when you start at your institution of higher learning. I want to everybody give a hand right now to the Tennessee Virginia Scholars, because this program has given you those building blocks. Y'all had enough personal ambition to finish it and get it through. Now, celebrate today, eat, play, have a great time, but use those building blocks for the next 2 to 10 years to set up your life. Thank y'all.
Today, we are celebrating the Tennessee Scholars as far as their accomplishments, and we do that by rewarding them with a senior picnic. So we have the Tennessee Virginia Scholars from all of the Sullivan County and Kingsport City schools, as well as the Scott County schools in Virginia. And these students come and have an opportunity to fellowship together, enjoy the outside, play together, and eat. We feed them a meal, and they just have a great time of fellowship and just enjoying their accomplishments together. We love for people in the community to get involved in this. Eastman Chemical is the primary sponsor of the Tennessee Virginia Scholars, but we would encourage other businesses to participate as well. We need as many as possible to show that they feel like that a Tennessee Virginia Scholar is someone who they would like to hire. We sort of look at Tennessee Virginia Scholars as the good housekeeping seal of approval. So if someone sees that and they're a workforce person, they will look at that and say, that's somebody that I would really like to hire, because I know that they're going to have good work ethics, they've served the community, they are good attenders, very important in the workforce, obviously, and they're good students. They push themselves and want to take more rigorous courses and try to be the best they can be.